What is up, folks? This is Aircast, and welcome back to Dark Souls 1. Isn't that so pretty? I have to say, sun shafts are beautiful in this game. That's part of the reason you get so many praise the sun uh, from Dark Souls. But yeah, let's go ahead and head off in this direction. Now there is an item, yeah, right where all these signs are. There we go. My cat's screaming outside my door because I locked her out. I hate locking her out when I record, but she will not be quiet whenever I'm talking. I guess she probably thinks that I'm talking to her and obviously not realizing that she's there. That's the only thing I can figure, at least. Oh, hello. And meet probably the most iconic person in Dark Souls in any of the Souls games.
Ah, hello. You don't look hollow, far from it. I am Solaire of Astora, an adherent of the Lord of Sunlight. Now that I am undead, I have come to this great land, the birthplace of Lord Gwyn, to seek my very own son. You find that strange? Well, you should. No need to hide your reaction. I get that look all the time. Oh, aha. So I didn't scare you. I have a proposition, if you have a moment.
Of course.
The way I see it, our fates appear to be intertwined. In a land brimming with hollows, could that really be mere chance? So what do you say? Why not help one another on this lonely journey? This pleases me greatly. Well then, take this. We are amidst strange beings in a strange land. The flow of time itself is convoluted, with heroes centuries old phasing in and out. The very fabric wavers, and relations shift and obscure. There's no telling how much longer your world and mine will remain in contact. But use this to summon one another as spirits, cross the gaps between the worlds, and engage in jolly cooperation. Of course, we are not the only ones engaged in this, but I am a warrior of the sun. Spot my summon signature easily by its brilliant aura. If you miss it, you must be blind. Oh, hello there. I will stay behind to gaze at the sun. The sun is a wondrous body, like a magnificent father. If only I could be so grossly incandescent.
I have to say, it is a nice spot for looking out. But yeah, Solaire is incredibly iconic as far as it goes. He's been mentioned in a lot of other games in reference to Dark Souls. And if there's one Dark Souls character that is ever referenced, it is Solaire. Alright, so let's go out there. Okay, there he is. Hey, buddy. So, obviously, you should be very careful of this dragon. Actually, that was a weird glitch there where he was flying 1 second, the next second he just kind of landed. You know what? Let's go ahead. I don't know if this is entirely... Yeah, I know. But, if we two-hand it... Can we two-hand it? Right? If we hold it... Oh, whoops. I did not mean to do that. Can we two-hand a left-hand weapon? In this one? I guess not. What if I do... Yeah, I know. I know. Alright, so if I switch to this one, can I two-hand it? Yeah. Okay. Okay, it doesn't work that way. Darn it. I tried. The reason I wanted to do that is because it had such high fire defense. But it isn't going to slow us down incredibly anyway. So you want to get down here and hide as quickly as possible because Wow, he didn't actually breathe flame at me. Usually he will do so very quickly. And sometimes I can't even make it. Yeah, I see you, Archer. But we have use of him. But the first thing that you want to do is head down here and kick this ladder. That extends it down to the bottom, which is very, very useful. It's actually useful for several different reasons, of which I will show you. Alright, so I'll just hold. I keep wanting to say O, but it's B, because I'm used to using a PlayStation controller instead of an Xbox controller. I used it for the longest time on PC as well, but they're a pain in the butt to hook up on PC. So, or at least they are with my setup. Alright, so let's go ahead and level up and use our levels, because we've got a decent amount of souls. Okay, so what do we want to be going for? I think I'm just going to go for... Oh, I did say I wanted to go... Let's go 15, and then I'll just start putting into strength. Alright, so we want to have strength up to where we can use the shield, but also use something else that we're going to see here in a minute. But now that we've got this up, we can easily just hop on up here. And it takes a while to get up here, but this is actually a really good place for farming souls. So if you want to go ahead and get a few levels, there's some items you want to use. Why, thank you, dragon. So you'll get 555 unless you have a ring that increases your soul gain every time that you rest at the bonfire. So if you rest, or if you come up the ladder, run up there, and then immediately run down the stairs, go rest, come back up, you can actually have a pretty good amount of souls incoming. And actually I think I can level up again. But there's another thing that we can do here, and I never actually equipped the stuff. So my bow, what we want to do is, somebody come into my house or somebody else's house? We want to shoot his tail off. So eventually if you do enough damage to his tail, it will fall off and give you a weapon. That is really good. But you need to be pretty... You'll get pretty good at this after a while. Oh, you spun to the right. I don't think I've seen that. Did they... I wonder if that was a hotfix. Like they eventually were like, nope. Ah. There we go. But yeah, I'm clearly not doing it very well at the moment. But you can usually shoot his tail 2 to 3 times per... Ah, I'm hitting his wing. There's one, and then you can hit him again. But at least 2 times per. And you can eventually knock his tail off. Alrighty, so I was getting actually about 3 to 4 hits after I actually got it down, but you can get the Drake Sword that way. So the Drake Sword, let's go ahead and take a look at what my sword is right now. So we've got, let's go ahead and look at this. So 80 physical for plus 14 for, you know, dexterity bonuses and strength bonuses. But if you take a look at the Drake Sword, it starts off at 200. It's a very, very good early game weapon. Now the problem is if you look at the param bonuses, that's what I'm looking at. It's right under attack, and it gives you the different attack listings. The parameter bonus is what you get for every point of, say, strength, dex, intellect, and faith are the 4 that you're looking at there, in that order. So this one gives me an E for strength, so not a very good bonus, but you do get a bonus for strength. B, that's pretty good. It's not bad. It's on the upper half of what you can get. Of course, you know, you've got D and C and of course E below it, but you have A and S above it. So it's not the highest, so it's not that amazing, but it's pretty good. So it's fairly middle of the road to better. This one, it doesn't have any, so every time you upgrade it, it'll get more damage, up to a max of 300 physical. So it's a good early to mid game weapon, not a great late game weapon, but it's pretty awesome. And it only takes 16 strength and 10 dex to wield. Or I could actually wield it two-handed right now with 8 strength and 10 dex. Whenever you dual wield something, or two-hand something, excuse me, dual wielding is completely different, but two-handing something, you can actually half the strength requirement. So that's the way that works. Just in case you didn't know. But I can't use that yet, so I'm not going to be. Now there is a guy over here. I'm not going to try to kill the dragon right now. That would be silly. The dragon would just make a snack out of me. You can do it, but it would take forever, and it's a pain in the butt. Speaking of pain in the butts, this guy's a pain in the butt. If you kick him, you can do just fine, but... Hey, buddy, you want to come out here? Come on. You can also, since he is a spear wielder, you can... Oh. Yeah, that's the big advantage that he has. He's using a spear. He's also facing us on the left-hand side. Actually, I love this. He's facing us on the left-hand side, which is exactly what a defender would be doing during the... I won't say time period, but the equivalent timeline in our world. In a world where there are castles and spears and knights and whatnot. You are just being annoying, aren't you? But they would have staircases, for example, that would let them attack freely, but put a invader's weapon against a wall, so they wouldn't be able to attack very easily. Obviously, well, that wasn't the smartest thing he could have done. But like this, so my sword is hitting the wall. It's very hard to attack with. Yeah, not too smart, are you? Alright, so actually that was decently easy. This is not very nice. You kind of want to back out there, but at the same time... Alright, so there's a lot of these plague rats in here. You can be very dangerous. And what you saw in the edge of the screen was the dragon's wing. Yeah, there you are. So I know you're down here somewhere, but you can... Yeah, these guys are not very nice. They actually hit decently hard. I kind of dispatched them fairly easily there, but especially if you don't know that they're there are 3 of them. There are always 3 of them, but you can get a good amount of humanity from them, like I've mentioned before. So this staircase is actually not that realistic. I mean, yes, they would have made a staircase like this if they, you know, didn't have another choice. As you can see, I can swing freely. An attacker would not be, a defender would not be able to, because you're defending the top of the tower. You're hitting the wall with your sword. So as you can see, it's much easier to attack this tower than to defend it. And I'm not going to go up there just yet, because I will, but I need to kill these guys first. So Undead Parish. Wow, that was not a backstab? There we go. You need to run down the length of the bridge, by the way, to be able to get into here, which I'm not going to worry about at the moment. But, yeah, there's that nasty boar over there. I want to clear out all of this stuff, and I'll probably come back for that other guy, because it's kind of dangerous. Yeah, I see. And I will show you the optimal way to kill this beast over here, the big war pig. Warhog, whatever you want to call him. Spear wielders are very much a pain in the butt. Swordsmen, not so much. Come on. I don't know how far he comes back this way. There, looks like he leashes. Not too good. Otherwise, that would have been a bit of a pain. I don't think I would have died, but it would have been a pain. Yeah, I see you there, buddy. Too bad that doesn't actually hurt his friends. Should, in my opinion, but great. I'm down here. Your big buddy in armor is being a pain. As you can see, he's covered in armor from head to toe. There's only a small area on his backside that's not. So, there are certain ways that you want to handle these guys. Usually with magic, if you can. Oh goodness. If you have magic or fire, use them, because that is the way to do it. Yeah, see, 4 damage. Otherwise, I wouldn't be able to kill this guy. Hey buddy. You gonna be a pain, not let me by? Come on. Thank you. Uh-oh. Alright, I'm gonna kill the guys up here, and then we'll take care of him, because this area is actually a little bit dangerous. You've got the 2 archers over there, and you've got the spear guy, who, as we've talked about repeatedly, is really annoying. There we go, backstab. You can take care of the archers first. I don't think I would recommend it though, because you'll just get stabbed in the back. And the spear does more damage than the arrows. Wow, these guys are armored. Did I break my... No, I didn't break my weapon. It's just I'm not doing much damage against them. Alright, so Leering Skull. Something that I never use. Yeah, come up here, little sword guy. He's actually an archer, but pulled out his sword, so now he's a sword guy. You can actually ignore the pig altogether. When did you get a shield? Another guy? Oh, it was the guy that was over there. Yeah, the sword guy's still down here. Hey, buddy. Oh, you're still alive. Okay. So, let's take care of this guy now. Oh, that's not the way I wanted you to go. Come on. Start pathing back to your place. So, what we're going to be doing is... I mentioned that we needed a few things, right? To kill him. We need magic, or fire, or holy spell. But we don't have magic or holy spells at the moment, so we do have... Oh, come on. He's not being cooperative. We do have fire. And we can use the fire in the environment to make sure and kill him. There we go. See? He took 96 damage there. As opposed to the 4 that I would do. Yeah, see, 4. Now, getting him to run into the fire is sometimes a little bit difficult. Sometimes he just runs in there and you're like, oh, that was easy. Other times, not so much. There we go. That's kind of what I was hoping for. Okay, so there's another 96. There we go. Just don't get hit by him, because otherwise, if you do, you're not going to have a very good day. But yeah, that's how you kill that guy. Unless you're a magic user. Oh, and he didn't drop anything. He will drop a boar helm, I believe it's called. It's been a while since I've actually looked at it, and I don't think I've ever actually cared about it. It's a very, very heavy helm. It offers good protection, but at the same time, it's, like I said, very, very heavy. So let's go ahead and head down here. So this is a trap. Do not follow him. Do not. Those guys will attack you from the side and ruin your day. Oh, nah, I should have attacked me. And my sword's bouncing off the wall for my second attack, so I can only do 1. Yep, you're dead. Alright. And there's a guy up there too. Hey, buddy. Okay, and this guy. Oh, I forgot there's one more. There's always more of these guys. They're, I won't say harmless, but they're not all that harmful. Unless you let them surprise you. Okay, he's dead. I do want to start using that sword here pretty soon, though. Mr. Key. And let's head up here. Okay, good. I was hoping that second attack would reach far enough to slash that guy, but you don't need to go get this. I don't think it's very valuable. Yeah. Well, it's okay. It's what, 800 souls? So, it can be helpful, but if you can't walk the beam, don't worry about it. I think the biggest thing about beam walking is just do it confidently. Even if you're not confident you're going to make it, don't creep along really, really slowly, because at least personally, I'm more likely to die trying to be really slow and careful about it. These guys are no joke. The ones with the... There we go. Yeah, the ones with the small shields, they will parry you. They absolutely will. And it'll be a bad day. Yeah, when they go into that stance right there, do not attack. Do not. Because every attack will be parried, and you will die miserably. Backstabs are a really good way to go with these guys. They're much harder to backstab than their less lethal brethren. But you can do it. It's very satisfying to kill them. Night Shield. Awesome. I think I can use this one. This is the one I was looking for. Yeah, it only takes 10 strength, so we'll switch it out for the Black Knight Shield eventually, but I don't have the strength for it yet, so we will go ahead and use the pretty Knight Shield. Awesome. Now, I don't know how many warriors would actually use a medium shield like that along with a scimitar, as not a common fighting style, but I guess it's possible. Maybe a shield got shipped into a more... Well, I guess you could maybe have seen it in... No, I don't think you would see it at all, actually. Because scimitars are slashing weapons. They're not made for attacking armor. The whole idea of using something like a long sword is it's a better stabbing and slashing weapon. Whereas this one is not a stabby weapon. It's definitely a slashing weapon. Slashing works good on leather. It does not work very well on something like chainmail or plate mail or splint mail, anything like that. You are going to be a pain. You always are. This is probably the most annoying mob in this game. Why? Because there's the guy to the left that you don't want to aggro. Come on, dude. Hey. I guess I should have parried. Oh, that was way too early. You can see he does a lot of damage. At least to me. That was a decent amount of damage. Oh, I was not as close as I thought I was. Hey, and he's chasing me. How nice. That strike is really easy to parry. If he does that wild side swipe with the spear, which... What spearman would ever swing like that? I have no idea. But yeah. This guy's a sword guy, so he'll do that swipe there that's a guard break. And it's very, very effective at doing that. But I would say he's not nearly as dangerous as the other one. It may just be because of my playstyle, but they do have a higher chance to drop the Titanite, which is your upgrade stuff, so. They're nice to kill. There's a whole bunch of them in this room to the right, which I'm not going to go into yet. Let's take care of you. There's actually, I think, one guy that's going to follow me out here, so I need to kill this guy quickly. Oh, you're going to be a pain, aren't you? Oh, no, he didn't follow me. That was actually really lucky. It was a good thing I missed. Basement key. Cool. Let's go ahead and open this up. It allows for a shortcut that I personally don't think I've ever used. Okay. So as you can see, there's several of those guys in there, and there's a really big guy back there in the pack. But we'll take those guys on in a minute. Halberd. This is the guy that I was talking about that I thought that was going to follow me out, but he didn't. But yeah, that slashing attack with both the shield and sword, the guard break is a really good time to backstab him. So I would recommend taking advantage of it. Now, I would recommend doing it from the other side as opposed to doing it on this side. But when you do go this way, just be careful because you open yourself up to attacks. And you'll probably only go this way once after you actually open up the next bonfire. I mean, it's possible that you go through this way multiple times, but having this night shield is very important for these because mainly for the stability that it offers, because you can take multiple hits from these guys without having to worry about it too much. Whereas before, you most likely would have been, you know, staggered. This guy actually took more than one backstab. How fancy of you. Alright, so I'm going to go over here and activate this bonfire first. It's not that I expect to die. I just want to be prepared just in case, because I don't want to go through all that again. I mean, who wants to really do that? It's that option where you're like, I don't know, you have the option to do like a no save run, which I think you're crazy if you do something like that. I've seen people do it, and it's actually really impressive. I thought about doing it myself, but I would recommend not, unless you play the game like all the time. Oh, actually, I should have rested. Yeah, I'm going to go ahead and rest at this bonfire. There's a smith that we'll talk to downstairs in a minute. Okay, and I guess we can go and level up. Why not? So, strength. So, technically, I can use my shield. I don't know if I have enough. Actually, I might even be able to use the sword now. I think the sword takes 18 though, right? Oh, it was actually above my other one. What do you take? No, you just take 16. Alright, so let's go ahead. Yeah, let's go ahead and use the direct sword. Why not? Can we use the other... Can we use the shield? Yeah, we can use the shield too. Wow, that seems kind of OP. I'm moving slower though. More slowly. Oh, that's not a bad roll. I think that's the... I feel like I'm moving slower. More slowly. I like more slowly better than slower. I don't know. I tend to stay away from ER words. I mean, I know. There's actually a lot more words that don't adhere to the, like, 2-syllable rule. Or you can use both for that. Oh, I got an extra humanity. Nice. But as you can see, this weapon is infinitely more powerful than the other one. Now, once you start upgrading, that's not necessarily going to be the case. Where did you... Oh, there you are. Hey! So, I think these are called Heavy Knights. I can't remember. But you'll find them in different forms. This one has a mace, which... he can be pretty dangerous. He doesn't attack nearly as quickly as the ones with, say, the sword. But obviously... Oh, whoa, that was a really slow roll. Obviously, well, with the weapon I'm using, he's not that much of a threat. But it would have been much more so. Titanite Shard. Oh, that's all I got? Yeah. He has a chance to drop his weapon and shield. So I want to be really careful about this. that guy up there is a channeler, and he will buff everything in his area if you let him. So he does a dance. Yeah, see that light? Oh, that's a soul spear. So what you want to do is, I don't know why I wasn't doing it first. You want to attack him in the head, and that does that stagger to him, and that'll, yeah. Oh, hello. Oh, don't hit L2. It's really easy. What the heck? It's really easy to just like, whenever you get attacked, go ahead and hit that L2 to hold up your shield. And unfortunately, if you've got a bow equipped, that means you're going to use your zoom in sight thing. Oh, that was annoying. So, don't do that. I've died so many times because of that. Just because instinctively I tried to pull up my shield and it didn't work. I didn't have my shield, you know, up because I had my bow, and a bow is always two-handed. Hey, buddy. Yeah. But yeah, so if you can get the sword early on, do it. And it's definitely worth the like couple thousand gold that you're gonna spend on arrows and the bow itself. I mean, of course, always start as a ranger, or not a ranger, but a hunter. And hunters have bows automatically. I don't know that... Yeah, I have started as a hunter before. I think that was probably the first one I tried starting as. It might have been a soldier or knight or something, but... as far as starting classes go, I would probably just recommend doing either the soldier or the knight. They're really easy to start off with, because they start off with good stats, good armor, good weapons, a good shield. So... Alright, so that's all those guys. And this is something else that is very important. We've already faced, or gotten one of them, but now we have two. So now we have the opportunity to get an Estus Flask +2, which is really awesome. And this also opens up the elevator. So we have a quick way to get our 10 Estus Flasks. We have an easy way to get back to that area. The nice thing about this game over the other two, because Demon's Souls was pretty linear, outside of the fact that you could go to any of the areas you wanted any time, the areas themselves were very limited, because you used the archstones to travel to the area, and then past that it was extremely straightforward. There are a couple areas that looped around on themselves that were pretty cool, but let's say one of them was kind of an sort of open worldy area that you could go into. It was a swamp, and the one area you didn't want to spend time in, but yeah, that's how that was. Okay, so let's go ahead and level up real quick. I can get 2 levels out of that. Let's go ahead and do endurance. I don't need to get any more strength or dex at the moment. Vitality wouldn't be bad. 15 vitality is pretty good. But I'd like to get up to 20 endurance, and then go from there. But I think that's going to do us for the day. We're past the wrapping up point, so... But, obviously, I wanted to go ahead and kill that big guy, because... why not? There's actually another Black Knight that I want to go kill as well in an area that we passed. He's at the top of that tower, didn't go up. So we'll probably do him next episode. But we'll move on from there. So hope you guys enjoyed, and until next time, I hope you have a wonderful day.